who's ready to laugh? Seriously, I need you to be ready to laugh. Right, even more normally than you are. So I probably shouldn't, and I gotta tell you, I still gotta take the GI quiz, and just looking at Dr. Medinsky the whole time, it's gonna be reminding me. So I'll try to get that out of my mind. That's what I'm like. But, so I probably shouldn't begin like this, but I've never done stand-up before. Ever. Okay? At least not in front of people. And the other thing I should probably tell you is that, and you may not know this about me, but I've never told a story in under 10 minutes. I think that's my record, actually, and it was like 9:58. That was the best I've ever done. And I'm trying to tell like 3 or so stories here in like 6, 7, 8 minutes. We'll go with 8 minutes. And to help with that, I got my phone here. I got my timer going. This is going to keep me on track because I can go a little long. And I'll update you throughout the evening. We're at 1:25 right now, just so you know. Hang on. Okay, 1:30. I'll probably put that away, but I'll refer back to this just to make sure I don't go too long. But when I tell you these 2 things, and I've never done this before, that I can go on forever. I hope you'll allow me to be a little nervous. Okay, I was feeling it. I was waiting to come out on stage here, and I was just thinking, oh my God, what if I go out there and it's a complete disaster? What if I go out there and I make a complete fool out of myself in front of a crowd that, let me tell you, is a hell of a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But then I remembered, I've made a fool out of myself on so many occasions. I feel like I should be used to it, okay? I'll give you an example. I can make goofy decisions sometimes. Do you guys know the arrivals and departures lanes at the airport? Okay, like say you're driving somebody to the airport, and they're going to get on a plane, and they're going to fly away. They are a departure. If you're driving to the airport, though, you're going to pick somebody up, they're an arrival, right? It's pretty easy. I, for some reason, think it's the complete opposite, all right? If I am driving you to the airport, and you're going to get on a plane and leave, you're an arrival, all right? Because you are arriving at the airport. And the same is true the other way. If I'm picking you up, we are departing the airport. You are a grade A departure, all right? Let me tell you. And this has burned me on so many occasions. I remember one time in college, I was going to pick up a buddy of mine in Chicago, and he's at the arrival lane, and I keep going to the departure lane. And you can't park there, so you gotta keep moving. So I would have to leave the airport. I'm calling him on the phone. I was where you told me to be. I was at the Delta gate, and I keep going back to the departure lane. I call him. He's not there. Where are you? Right? And it took me 3 or 4 times. Just circling around until finally he said I was an idiot and I had to get down the arrival lane. But, and you'd think this would be just like a one-time thing. Like I'd make this mistake once, I'd learn from it, no big deal, right? You would think. Last week, I'm dropping off my girlfriend at the airport here in Columbus. And I know what's coming. I am psyched up for it. I'm just driving the whole time I'm going, she's a departure. She's a departure. Then just ignore everything else, find that departure sign, and you're going to be good. And I find it, and there it is. And I'm like, oh, thank God, just don't look at anything else. Don't look at anything. Oh, God. I looked at the other sign. Right? And here's where Columbus threw me a curveball. Because the other sign didn't say arrivals. It said passenger pickup and deliveries. Now, my girlfriend's not a passenger pickup, all right? I didn't fall for that one. She's already in the car. But I'm looking at the deliveries going, I mean, I'm delivering her. I mean, she is a delivery. It's like all of a sudden I'm a UPS guy dropping off a package. And I forget everything about the departures. Deliveries, this is where I need to go. So I go down to the deliveries, and it works out well for a while because it's, oh look, the doors are right there. They're right next to the curb. And oh, you know, how convenient, the loading dock is right there too. That's, oh, and the FedEx drivers are paving the way for me. How friendly are these guys? She made the flight. All right, I'll say that much. But I remember just kicking myself on the way home. I was like, man, I thought we had this down. I thought we knew what to do. What we needed to do was to acknowledge your instinct and then do the complete opposite. And I made the fatal mistake of listening to myself. But, you know, all I can say is I'm still a work in progress. And, you know, I also think that I should go a little easy on myself. Because we all make mistakes like this. Okay, maybe not like this. Maybe not exactly like this. But we all have moments when just our brains go haywire, just the wires get crossed, and we come up with just sort of goofy things, right? I think a great example of this that we can all relate to is when people mishear lyrics to a song. I'm sure we all have a story about this. One of my favorites is when I was about 10 years old, I was riding in the car with my mother. Oh, and by the way, I didn't tell my mother that I was doing stand-up, but if I did, her first question would have been, oh my God, are you going to tell a story that involves me? And I would have been honest with her, all right? I would have told her the truth, and I would have said no. So I'm in the car. Oh, this is a good moment. Let's check the time here. I already went to sleep. I think that's okay. That's exciting. So I'm in the car with my mother. Like I said, I'm 10 years old. She's driving, and we have a CD in there, Rolling Stones' Greatest Hits, and on comes the song "Hot Stuff." Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's not one of their greatest hits. I don't know what's out there, but it's "Hot Stuff." Okay, and if you're familiar with Rolling Stones and the sort of songs they sing about, you know that "Hot Stuff" is a reference to hot stuff, right? And so. And it's got like this real 70s riff to it. It's something like, hot stuff, can't get enough. Hot stuff, can't get enough. That's the chorus, right? Just like repeats that, okay? So we go through a couple choruses, and my mother gets this look on her face of disgust, you know, quite unsurprisingly. And she goes, oh, you gotta change this. I don't want to listen to this. And I was there, and I said, oh, come on, do we really have to change? You know, why do you want to change? And my mother just goes, Ben, I don't want to listen to a song about pasta. And I was there. I was like, this is going, pasta? This song's not about pasta. I mean, she thought that song was pasta. Can't get it. And I was like, why would the Rolling Stones sing a song about pasta? You know, yes, the Rolling Stones, legendary rock band, famous for their songs about sex, drugs, and wheat products. You know, it's not food, it's hot stuff we're singing about here. You know, it'd be like if I said, oh, my favorite Destiny's Child song is Fruity-licious, or something, right? You know, and every time, oh, I just love that Fruity-licious. Every time I have a PB&J sandwich, I go, oh no, I am ready for this jelly. But to be fair to my mother, and I should be fair to my mother, okay, because it's an honest mistake. To be fair to her, she's a good Italian, so she didn't make a list of things you can't get enough of. Pasta is going to be top 5. Easy, right? No contest. But to be even fairer to her, pasta and hot stuff, especially the way Mick Jagger sings, you know, they're pretty similar. They're not a million miles away from each other, right? As opposed to the story I'm going to tell you now. So when I was about 7 years old, my favorite song was You Sexy Thing by Hot Chocolate. You know the song, you know, I believe in miracles, great friend, you sexy thing, you sexy thing, right? So, yeah, so you know the song. It's a great song, I still love it, right? And I'll admit that for a 6, 7-year-old kid, the subject matter was a little bit above my head, all right? Above my pay grade, as they say, okay? But the groove spoke to me, and I was determined to learn the words of that song and follow along as best as I could. And that's what I did. And let me tell you, it didn't go out so well. Okay? So the line in question is, I believe in miracles. Okay? I believe in miracles. I want you to remember that, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what I thought they were saying. And it's going to have no relation whatsoever to I believe in miracles. And you're going to try to put them together. You're going to want to say, oh, how did Ben go from point A to point B there? And you can't do it, okay? It's a waste of time. I have no explanation for it, okay? Because what happened was, I believe in miracles went in through my ears, okay? And then something terribly wrong happened, like in this general area, a little bit, like back here too. It's kind of random. Something just went really, really wrong, okay? Because the line is, I believe in miracles, but what I heard and what I would sing, instead of I believe in miracles, I would sing things that drive me loco. Okay? That's what I would sing. I'd be up in my room going, things that drive me loco. Where are you from, right? And I have no idea where that came from. I mean, honestly, they don't even sound, I mean, I guess they're the same language. But, well, no, loco's Spanish. So it's not the same language. They're completely different. I was bilingual as a child. How about that? I mean, I guess they share some letters. You know, they both have a V. There's an M somewhere in both of them. But just, I mean, if you compare them, you know, I believe things that drive, in miracles, me loco. I don't know where I got it. You know, I don't know what happened. And even beyond, like, the phonetics of it, if you just consider the narrative of the song, I mean, the line, things that drive me loco, is completely out of context. Because the song is about a guy trying to woo a partner. Right? Why would things that drive him loco come into the conversation? That's not how you hit on somebody. You know, it's not like I'd walk up to a woman at a bar and be like, hey, baby, wanna hear a list of things that drive me loco? I'll start with number 1. I really find the arrivals and departures in that. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks so much.